I am hungry. Now, it's a comment you hear quite a lot in the bodybuilding world, the fitness industry, anybody who's undertaking any sort of transformation. Now, it's something that I think a lot of people have to understand is a necessary evil. Now, the feeling of hunger, the feeling of the body wanting food and craving food are two very different things to whether it actually needs it or whether it actually wants it. Now, there's so many aspects to this educational short that I can go down, and there's so many scenarios that I can attach it to, which can change the context of what we want to talk about. But the main reason for this video today is the importance of being hungry and the importance of acknowledging hunger. Now, if we take this into a lifestyle client scenario, the feeling of being hungry is something that we want, it's something that we want to accept. It shows that digestion's in a good place. It shows that hormones like ghrelin are in a good place. The feeling of being hungry is not something that should be shunned. Now, this is something that I've kind of seen with a lot of clients in the past where they fear the feeling of being hungry. Now, I heard an analogy a while back that I put to clients quite a lot now, that if you were hungry and someone offered you a completely unflavored protein shake, would you drink it? And 9 times out of 10, the answer is no, you wouldn't. So therefore, you can't be that hungry. It's just a craving, it's a feeling, it's an emotion, it's a triggered thought rather than actual hunger. Now, again, we can apply this to again, typically speaking, I see this a lot in young men that want to get bigger. They feel that they have to force food in to the point that they're basically gagging on their meal. Now, that sentence alone should raise alarm bells. If your body is trying to reject food, then what part of that process do you think is going to be productive? Now, of course, like if you're watching the videos of Ronnie or Jay Cutler, like you're not that size. You don't have to take it to that extremes. If you are forcing meals in and you are constantly focused on an arbitrary number of a total calories or the number on a scale, the likeliness is you're probably doing that bulk the wrong way around. If you are not feeling any hunger and you're struggling with food, then the likeliness is your body's not absorbing that food and it's not in like uptaking the amount that you're actually forcing in anyway. So it's counterproductive, which then leads back to hunger. Hunger is something that should be prominent. Hunger is something that should be very relevant to any fitness goal. Now, if we apply this to a prep client, hunger is something that you have to welcome. Hunger is something that you have to embrace to push yourself to those dark levels to get stage lean. You unfortunately are going to be hungry. But for those who complain about it or moan about it or dread it and can't wait for it to be over, you almost have a privilege. Like you're choosing to put yourself in that situation to get something far greater than a cookie or a burger. The feeling of being hungry should be something that, yes, of course you acknowledge, and yes, of course you address, and you should be welcoming it though. If you're not feeling hungry in prep, if you're not feeling the strains and struggles of it, then you're probably not pushing it to the levels that you need to. So I feel that this is something that is very, very prominent in the industry, whether it's on social media or whether it's from marketing points of view. People recognize that hunger is a very real thing. The level of food focus in the industry is exceptionally high, whether people want to admit it or not. You see coaches advertising and trying to generate custom based on what they feed their clients and how high they push their clients' calories. Now, if that doesn't raise alarm bells in regards to how heavily food focused the industry is, then I don't know what is. But also, one thing I found with myself, the most common question I got asked when I was competing is, what am I most looking forward to eating after the shows are done? And that to me, it almost baffled me that people's mindset were more focused on the food that I was going to eat rather than the actual journey itself. And my answer was always the same in return, that I'm more interested in trophies than food. Like that's as simple as it is. I was hungry. Of course I was hungry. Yes, of course there was food on my mind. Like you don't get to that extreme without being hungry or without thinking of food. It's just you welcome it and you channel more of a processed chain of thoughts in regards to how you get through that. Now, what the main purpose of this video is that hunger is important. Hunger is something that should be very, very much present in your journey, because it not only shows that the body is in a productive place to produce the results you want, it shows that digestion's in a good place, which means everything is running as efficiently as it possibly should be. It shows that nutrients are probably being uptaken in a manner that is most progressive and positive for your journey as well. If you're struggling to eat, or if you're constantly feeling full, it's probably going to be counterproductive to your goals. Now, whether that's weight loss, you should definitely not be feeling full. If it's bodybuilding, then you potentially could be forcing the wrong foods in, the wrong amounts in. If it's a prep, you most definitely should not be feeling full. That's for sure. So I think the purpose of this video today was just more of an acknowledgement of hunger is a good thing. Stop fearing hunger. Stop complaining about hunger. Stop focusing on a completely pointless meal that is going to last no more than 15 to 20 minutes. And then you're going to be back feeling hungry again. Because once you've had that meal, it's not going to satisfy you if you're in a dieting phase, or if the issue is not hunger, it's actually food focus. So I think there's areas, and this is probably for another video, that need to be addressed more than the emotion of hunger, but more to the emotion of, are you more heavily food focused, or do you think that food is your goal? Now, again, I see this very, very common with young bodybuilders from the male side, that they have to feel that they force so much food in to grow. But then when they come down to dieting, it's this fear of, oh my God, my food's gone, I'm going to lose everything I've gained. Now, 9 times out of 10, you see this in a prep phase as well. When someone says they've lost so much muscle in a prep, the likeness is the muscle wasn't there in the first place. You just pushed food so high that you just got bigger. So I think there's many, many points to unpick there for many, many different videos, but hopefully it's more of an eye-opener for you guys as to what food should be, where hunger should be, where your mind focus should be in regards to your journey, and how to counteract the negative emotions and how to move forward productively. But thanks for listening, guys. Much love as always. Any questions, anything you need from me, as always, please do not hesitate to ask. Much love, and I'll catch you all soon for the next video.